Hey everyone, welcome back to the realm. I'll be your guide beyond Waking Realm. Let's continue NieR Replicant. Also, you know what I came to realize? Alright, we're returning to the village.
Come, we'd best to leave him be.
What I remember, because it's been since like 2021.
Opolis said we might be able to find something in the Forest of Myth.
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
Absolutely. Actually, correction. It was 2023 when I went through and route B, C, D, E, and completing those endings. And basically, you don't need to get all the weapons, all 33 weapons in Route B. You need them by Route C. But hey, at least if you got it at this point, you're early.
Oh there, getting on?
And or the next thing is that you have to do this portion for Route C. So it's 2 times, but 3 times. 3 times because Route A, you done it all at once, the full game, including the second half. That's first in my book, right? The first time in my book. But no, the first time again is Route B, and then Route C is the second time. So yeah, anyway. So I'll let y'all guys know, but y'all don't have to get all the weapons now. You got the time to do it all the way to Route C. But yeah. Excuse me. Anywho, well, I will also say I went to go see Michael. Michael was a great movie. In fact, seeing it today was, oh no, not my battery low, for the controller. Anyway, I saw it on opening day, Friday, today, and then I will see it again tomorrow for Saturday. All right, I gotta change out my remote. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Excuse me. I thought you told me to come back here. Goes to the Forest Smith. Ah, that's what I need to do. So yeah, anytime if you're a big Michael Jackson fan, then there you go. Check out the film. I highly recommend it. All right, now I gotta act out Forest Smith. Let's see, Forest Smith. To the right. Yes. The meals. Boom. I think I have to do the questions No! I think it's, to me, it's worse when I have to think about it, like,
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
I have to do the questions. I'm not a big fan of riddles.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
Except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Weird.
So, to the tree we go. Tree branch.
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
No, thank you.
Does anyone ever tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Black. Pure darkness painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words were few now, but time was shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. "This is wrong," whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. "This is not how it's supposed to be. The plan has failed." Once long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as roots and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree. And once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world, Words collapse into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words join together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and the light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by a disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Then, beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred swell within the dark recess of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great, there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep green eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him. But he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, if he could tell her of his feelings, this might not be so. But this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word: envy. Look at my memory. There is a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy rises. And another. And another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in the warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began the fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears a fierce, low sound, the arena is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word: loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame, it was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seem ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room NieR had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, NieR suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As NieR stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Look there. A small shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in his hand. More jewels tumbled out of his mouth like shards of broken teeth. Sights and sounds tinkling from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. This shade appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories? The tree extended a branch toward NieR. Without a second thought, NieR brought his blade down on the shade, tearing his stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree, there is a conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of the speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. I implore. It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? Brown, green, blue. Was it green? Oh, shoot. That was a statement. Was it brown or green? I think it was green. It spoke. The shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? NieR brushed Weiss's comment aside as the sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to NieR. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against NieR, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through his fingers, up its arm and out to its entire body. It was emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotions that had been designed to feel. It was the beginnings of a soul, and the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation, but the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beasts? I remember 33. And it was not.
You let it slip through your fingers.
Come on, we have to go back to that stupid land of words again?
Great. I was like so confident. It was 33. Nope. Alright, since I did the whole reading beforehand, I'm not going to go over it, so we're going to skip to the questions, okay? At least we know it was green. $63 companions. Alright, 63. Green. $63. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the floor. The key! Cried the book. Secure the key! The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded. It became difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall and vice. This world is falling apart. NieR, how can a world of letters? I implore. Most important thing. World. Yo, nah, yo, nah, yo, nah. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, NieR was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill them without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
Time has been rewinding. Yay, we're free! Free at last!
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
So long, suckers. Yeah, sorry for that mistake, the hiccup, but hey, we got through there. It's done. Actually, I think I need a drink of water. Hold on a second. My throat is parched. Ah, that was better. All right. Come to the saving point. And with that being said, let's look over some notes, because the next would probably be the Airy. Yeah, that's a good time to stop. And to you beautiful people, this is where I'll leave us off. Stay true to yourselves, love yourself. It's a hard world out there. And so, until next time, peace.